And now we're going to jump into our movie review for the week, the one that we both checked out. I actually saw it about a week ago on a super early screening, and I know you just saw it yesterday. We're going to be talking about A24's new movie, Death of a Unicorn, starring Jenna Ortega, Paul Rudd, Will Poulter, and a handful of others. Um, have not talked to you about this movie at all. I don't know your thoughts other than what you said on Twitter, and I didn't say anything last week. So, yeah, I'm excited to jump into it. Definitely a very different, unique movie. I can't think of the last movie really involving unicorns to an important extent ever. So, definitely unique. And yeah, so we can just, yeah, let's just jump right into it. Um, I kind of want to hear your thoughts first. I want to hear what you thought about it. It was very weird. It was very different, but it was really funny. And I think that's something we probably both agree on. And we can talk about like who we thought, were the best parts. But yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it was definitely different. Not like a bad different or anything. I definitely walked out of the theater having enjoyed myself. I didn't think it was a bad movie at all. Do I think there were some things that, were like not great? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a perfect movie at all. I do think Jenna Ortega was like really good in this movie. Her character is likable, I think. I know that probably some people are like, oh, she's whiny or whatever, but no, I actually did think she was pretty good in this movie. Um, I think Paul Rudd was not great in this movie, actually. His character was not redeemable in any way. He was not likable, and even the redeeming part where they try to make his character likable at the end, at that point, I just didn't care anymore because he was a bad father for most of the time. Um, I like the supernatural aspect of the unicorn and how it really drove the story. Nobody really knew too much about it. Even the healing factor wasn't known immediately.
Mm.
We see Jenna Ortega's acne healed. We see Paul Rudd's vision cleared. And then finally, that's when they're like, oh, let's use the horn or the unicorn blood to heal other stuff. This is obviously a dig at big pharmaceuticals trying to just like poach anything that they can find. And then the real like part, you're like, oh yeah, this is like definitely a shot is just like them being, oh, we have limited supply. Let's get the people who are either the richest or are going to pay the most for this treatment. So yeah, obviously a dig there, which I thought was funny. They really played into it with the characters and even Paul Rudd's character trying to stay in the business and try to make as much money as possible. His reasoning is to just take care of his daughter, which is understandable. The wife died, whatever. Um, but just some parts I didn't like. I didn't think Paul Rudd's character was particularly good. I didn't like his character. He was not redeemable. Even at the end, I was like, okay, whatever. They tried to like piece it together with the heartwarming moment at the end, especially with the unicorns running aside the police cars at the end, which you knew what was going to happen. But I just like just not interested in really that whole father-daughter relationship as much as I was like the unicorns are trying to kill them. Let's try to figure out a way to um, incorporate that into the story. So the father-daughter relationship was just not really important to me. I understand the point of it, but like I didn't really care. Does that make sense? I guess. Um,
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega is good. Will Poulter is actually really, really funny in this movie. He, especially when he starts snorting the unicorn horn, and he's like, "I'm a genius. It's going straight up here." It is just funny. I was shocked because, like, at first, I kind of didn't know the motivation of when he kind of left his mom to die the brutal way. I was kind of shocked at that for a second. Because I thought he was just going to shoot and blow everything up, but obviously he wanted to keep the unicorn intact. But again, you don't know that, and I'm like, oh God. And the bald dude, I don't know his real name.
I literally, yeah, no. Whenever I talked, I was gonna give my spill on him. His name is Anthony Kerrigan.
Yeah, no,
He's like the butler or whatever.
yeah, he is hilarious.
Hilarious,
Just
bro.
one-liners out the ass. He is really not intriguing, but like he is intriguing in the part of like his comedy is funny, well timed. He obviously is sick of just being ordered around by especially Will Poulter's character. But he doesn't have like any intention to just kill them, like which is I thought would happen. No, he is funny. I got Nugget here in the background now. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, no, just I'll give my score in a minute, but like there were some like I thought it was very funny. I thought the supernatural play into the unicorns was funny. I thought the deaths were interesting, and I thought the tie-in to like the art was very cool too. I don't is that if that's real art, I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up and look at it, but no, the kind of like medieval like this just happens again and again and again. I like that part of the story. There's just other parts that I did not care about, and you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, like I said from the jump, very unique and different movie. I will say before I kind of dive into my thoughts, I did not enjoy this as much as I thought I was going to. I thought it was going to be a lot more violent, and it is violent, but like none of the deaths really were that shocking to me. Maybe one or two. Will Poulter's getting kicked in the face was the funniest for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get, I didn't really get any, I don't think any of the deaths were that crazy or that gory. Maybe I've just seen way too many messed up movies with
Yeah, man,
ridiculous deaths.
you're numb to
I'm
it.
numb to it. So, but yeah, no, Paul Rudd's character was not particularly interesting. I thought I didn't love Jen Ortega's performance here, honestly. I know you said you did. I didn't personally. The MVPs for me were Will Poulter 100%.
Mm.
Literally every line delivery he has, like, had my theater laughing.
Yeah.
Dude, he is awesome. He is so,
Yeah, we
so
see him again
funny.
soon too. 2 weeks we see him again.
Yeah, no, in
And not
Warfare,
a funny role. So
completely different role.
yeah.
Just realized Adam Warlock isn't in Avengers Doomsday, so that sucks. But anyways, um, no, dude, Will Poulter, you really get to see a funny side of him, and dude is hilarious. You haven't really seen him be that funny since We're the Millers, and that was a while ago, and he was a lot younger. Um,
He was
Unreal.
ugly
And
back
then
then.
and then and then the Butler guy, Anthony Carrigan, the
Yeah.
bald guy. I've seen him in other stuff. But he was so funny. He would
Yeah.
get so mad that he was just being ordered around, and
Yeah.
then he basically just abandons them, kind of there towards the end. Um, really, really funny. Um, I thought the unicorn design was okay. I didn't think it was anything super, super crazy or different. Um, yeah, I don't know. It was definitely a dig at pharmaceutical companies and another one of those movies. A24 does a lot like rich people bad.
Yeah.
Let's laugh at rich people dying and
Yeah.
going through struggles.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't really get what I wanted from the violent side of it, but it really was a funny movie. Like
Yeah.
it was definitely a comedy. It wasn't scary. I
No.
mean,
No.
the unicorns didn't really freak me out or anything. It was just really, really funny, which is okay. I just think it's like the movie honestly didn't really know what it wanted to be, if it wanted to more so be a comedy or if they were really actually trying to go into kind of like a horror thriller, monster
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, like you said, I still walked out having had a good time. I laughed really, really hard in this movie. It's not anything breathtaking or spectacular, but like it was a fun, interesting, different movie. Then Will Poulter snorting the unicorn horn, and he does it like several times. It's so funny, and then
Yeah.
his eyes glow purple, and he's like he thinks he knows the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, dude, he is really good. There is some really funny stuff in here for sure, and even um, um, some of the older cast, Tia Leone and Richard E. Grant,
Yeah.
they were really really good as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, everybody, I think, I mean, most of like the rich family,
The supporting cast. Yeah.
they were pretty funny.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was whatever. And for me personally, Janet Ortega was kind of whatever. But yeah, I think everyone in that family and the butler like carried. They were so funny. They were really shitty people, but it was just funny because they were so stupid. And then Paul
Yeah.
Rudd kissing their ass, and the Butlers having to kiss their ass. So, yeah, no, really, really funny movie. I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, but it's definitely different from a lot of other stuff that we get. And I'm glad I went and saw it, and I would recommend it to people if you're looking to go get a good laugh out of
Yeah.
them. Nothing spectacular, definitely dragged at points. I think it probably could have been a little shorter, but I mean, yeah, fun, different movie with a pretty solid cast and really, really funny moments. Um, yeah, what did you rate it?
All right,
What?
so yeah, my rating on Letterboxd for Death of a Unicorn, is I believe I gave it 3 stars. I want to double check this because I did have the rating up, and that's what I want to go off of. So let me make sure. Pretty sure I gave it 3 stars. So nothing like awful, like it wasn't completely terrible. Yeah, 3 stars. And the number that I came up with was a 6.3 was what I gave it. That's what I thought it was going to be. This was there were some aspects of the movie that I wish they explored a little bit more, like the supernatural element of Jenna seeing what she saw, but they didn't. And then it
Yeah, I
ended
really
up,
didn't.
and they're saying like she's connected. Okay, connected how? You can't see. She has the one dream of the unicorn running through the forest, but that was about all we got connected. And she's supposed to be the pure-hearted maiden or whatever. We don't explore that until the very end when they lay in her lap. Um, so, I mean, it's just some questions that I have, like, okay, what did she see? Why did the unicorn show it to her besides she's pure-hearted? How did it know? Does it smell that? Like, what is the deal? And no, it's just Paul Rudd's character, and usually Paul Rudd I enjoy in a lot of movies. He's just not enjoyable, and I think they wrote his character that way maybe. But Will Poulter and I did like Jenna Ortega. She did not bother me in this movie, and the butler. I think those three characters made it enjoyable for me, and of course the parents. They were hilariously naive. It makes it just funny. But yeah, the snorting unicorn horn is hilarious, and that could definitely be a term used for cocaine too. So, I mean, you could go either way with that. But yeah, 6.3. I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd.
Yeah, yeah. I also gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd, and I gave it a 6.3. So glad we're
No,
on.
no,
I swear to
you
God.
kidding?
I swear to God. I swear to
Uh,
God. You look right here,
oh, you have
6.3.
your rating. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I have him in my
Wow,
notes.
this is
I
gonna be
I
an
did.
awkward. It's gonna be an awkward
Yeah, awkward
thing.
graphic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad we're basically on the same page about it. There's things that we both liked about it and things that we didn't like about it. I think I wanted it to be a little better. Um, but I mean, it's still a fun time. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's definitely really funny and different. And I know me and you both value like unique
I
movies like that.
definitely I definitely agree with you though. Like the horror, I guess when like Cameron was asking what kind of movie it was, I said horror comedy. Like that's what I said. And you think of like movies that are still scary. I wouldn't classify this in the horror genre like whatsoever. Yes, the monster like unicorns are scary and there's like, but that's more of like a violent like comedy type thing, almost like a slasher movie. And the unicorns are the slashers in this. There's no jump scares. There's no real like tension that makes you like, oh
Yeah.
crap. So there's the one scene in the hallway where the flickers on and off and the unicorn's coming down the hall. That's like
Yeah.
literally it. That's the only scene I can think of. And oh, the other one that just pisses me off, I just think about it, is like Paul Rudd at that point would have known that he's after the horn because he has it the whole time. Why do you not like it just makes no sense on why I just told Jenna to jump out the window. Jenna finally does, and then he ends up running past her. Like it makes no sense. Like, what was the point of that whole thing? And then he's like on Will Poulter's side allegedly, and he stabs him, and then he stays too close to where he stabs him with the arrow. Like, okay, cool, I guess.
Yeah, and then they
Awesome.
just bring him back to life, which
Yeah.
was kind of dumb.
Which I thought they were not about to do. I was like, you have two unicorns standing right behind you, just ask them because apparently you're connected somehow. But they ended up doing it, and it's kind of like a cheesy scene, like I saw it too. But
Yeah.
but at
Yeah.
that point, you like don't like
No.
Paul Rudd's character anymore. So
Yeah. Well, that's hilarious. We both gave it the same score without even having talked about it. But um, yeah, no, like I said, I don't think it really knew what it wanted to be. Um, a good, successful horror comedy that I saw that you did not see is like I think of Hard Eyes.
hmm.
That is a good slasher movie that is also really, really funny, but kind of creepy, like pretty creepy, unique deaths. And like, I think that's kind of the vibe this movie was going for, but it just wasn't like creepy at all.
There was
Um,
too many different elements that they wanted to go in, but didn't explore enough. So then you're kind of like left like wanting
yeah.
more.
And I don't think the unicorns were scary enough. I think a scarier unicorn design could have made it scarier. Obviously,
Yeah,
like the white version of them doesn't have to be, but like the black, like dark version of them, I think they could have made them really scary, and they just didn't really. But
yeah.
definitely not a bad movie. We both had fun with it. Um, nothing groundbreaking, but uh, I think I would recommend it to people. It's really funny. And if you can handle a little bit of gore, um, go check it out. Some pretty funny performances, but yeah, nothing crazy. I was a little let down by it, but that's okay. Not every movie's gonna hit it out of the park. So
Right.
perfect, like 3-star movie. That's what I gave it to instantly. Like as soon as before I even gave it a 6.3, I was like, yeah, that's 3 stars for sure. So um, perfectly watchable. Go check it out if you want. If you decide not to, you're not missing too much. So that's our Death of a Unicorn review.